This is the story of Raju. Born into a poor family in a faraway rural village, Raju grew up with very little. His home was small. His family had little money. But inside the heart of that quiet child lived a dream of one day changing his family's life. Raju's parents worked hard, but poverty was stronger than their earnings. There were days when even basic needs became difficult. At a very young age, Raju understood that childhood was not always filled with toys, games and school. For him, life had begun to teach difficult lessons much earlier. Then came the day that changed his childhood. Raju left his village with a small bag and a heavy heart. He did not know what the future would bring. He only knew that he had to work, survive and somehow help his family. Raju found work in a hotel. While other children were sitting in classrooms, Raju was washing dishes, cleaning tables, and serving food. Long hours passed slowly. His hands became tired. His feet became tired. But the dream inside him was still alive. At night, after the hotel became quiet, Raju would sometimes sit alone. He would think about his village, his parents, and the life he wanted to build. He asked himself, is this where my story will end? And in the silence, his heart seemed to answer, no, your story is not finished yet. Then, one day, someone noticed Raju. A kind humanitarian looked beyond his poor clothes and his difficult situation. He saw intelligence, courage and potential. For the first time in a long time, Raju felt that someone believed he could become something more. The humanitarian extended a helping hand. He gave Raju encouragement, support and an opportunity to return to learning. That one act of kindness did more than change Raju's day. It changed the direction of his entire life. Sometimes, one person believing in you can become the beginning of a new future. Raju began to study with determination. He faced difficulties. He struggled with his lessons. Sometimes he failed. Sometimes he felt tired and discouraged. But he remembered the hotel, the village, and his parents. So each time he fell, he stood up again. He studied at night and worked harder for the life he wanted. Years passed. Slowly, the child, who had once carried dishes and cleaned tables, began to move closer to his dream. Then came the day he had waited for. He passed. It was not just an examination result. It was proof that hardship had not defeated him. The boy from the poor rural family grew into a confident young man. The hotel worker became a successful candidate. And finally, Raju achieved what once seemed impossible. He became an officer. The child, who had been forced to work, had written a new ending to his own story. One day, Raju returned to his village. This time, he did not return as a helpless child leaving home with a small bag. He returned as an officer. His parents looked at him with pride. The same village that had witnessed his difficult beginning now witnessed his success. Raju's journey became a message for every struggling child and every family facing hardship. Poverty may make the beginning difficult, but it does not have the power to decide the ending. Education, courage, perseverance and the kindness of another human being can change a life. So never judge someone by where they begin. A poor child can become an officer. A child working in a hotel can achieve a great dream. One helping hand can change a life. And one changed life can change an entire family, a village, and even a community. This is the story of Raju. Remember his journey whenever life becomes difficult. Your beginning does not decide your ending. Never give up on your dreams.